That's right guys, we've got a Mercedes on the channel. Let's get it off the truck. Guys, it's the return of J.A. himself.
I need a driver. And he wants to apply for a job, apply with it.
Right, let's get this car off. I can't hold the camera. There's a lot I need to do, then I'll show you guys the car off. So welcome back to the channel guys. It's actually the next morning from the night before where we took delivery of my 2016 Mercedes C220 diesel. It's an AMG LINE, and the reason why I'm here, it's now 7 AM the next morning, and last night was an absolute nightmare. We've got some issues with the car and I'm hoping that one of you can help me. I've come down bright and early. For some reason, it won't start, and I feel like it's in some sort of lockdown mode. I know with these Mercedes, once the airbags go and there's been an accident, it registers some crash data or a crash event and it prohibits starting. But I'm not even getting any ignition to connect. Normally, I've worked on a couple of these ones, my Ratmobile, my Batmobile, all of these new kind of style of Mercedes, and normally you still get some sort of ignition so you can connect to the car with your diagnostic tool. So I'm assuming it's a physical pyro fuse, but I can't find it. If anyone knows where the pyro fuses are on the Mercedes W205 2016 model, do let me know in the comments. I'll be looking out very keenly. I was gonna wait until it's nice and warm and bright in the afternoon and go into the garage and but this is what you get when you're working with salvage cars. We stayed working on this car till about midnight last night. In the end, Jay had to leave. Thank you to Jay from JA Recovery. He stayed for quite a while when, it was literally it was meant to be just a park up, drop off job. He ended up staying because it was actually on his trailer and the car is in lockdown mode. Emergency brakes are on, everything's on. We ended up having to jack the car up from the rear and then lift his trailer like this, and then we literally had to push it and shimmy it and drag it off to get it down on the floor so that he can go. So yeah, it was really, I am absolutely knackered. However, we can't leave the car where it is right now, so let's try to get the car started and then I'll show you around. So guys, here we are. The last time I checked in with you guys, it was dark out. It was about half six in the morning. The time now is 10 AM and we're still stuck here with this car. Like, this is the reality of dealing with these kind of cars. It's not all glitz and glamour. I've had my computer on it. It says to start the engine, but the exact problem that I'm having is, so the key locks and unlocks the car, fine. But then when you put it in the ignition, literally nothing. Nothing. So I don't know what is going on. It's in some sort, the car was definitely running and driving to get into the accident, but it's some sort of lockdown mode at the moment and I can't get it out. We were on this until late at night, as I said earlier. We ended up having to drag it off. Look at the marks, we had to drag it off. I want to show you guys around the car, show you all the damage and everything, but I can't do that until I get this car started and get it into the garage and get it off the streets. But this is the reality of dealing with these cars, and I just wanted to show you that. So I will check in, hopefully, with good news. All right, guys, it's time to check in again. About 5 hours have gone, literally, and I've gotten nowhere. It's now 2 o'clock. Have a look, it's now 2 PM. Just to show you, we were on this car since this morning at about 6:30, as I said. And this is, I want you guys to see it's not all fun and games. It's not always you get a car from auction, Copart, Salvage, wherever, and you jump in, you start it up, change a few panels, and it's good to go. Forgive me if my energy is a bit low. I am knackered, but at the same time, I feel a bit defeated. I've given this car a lot of hours, and I don't want to lose any more light. So let me show you guys around the car. And then I've got a specialist coming out tomorrow, so then I'll probably pick up the second episode, hopefully getting the car started. But for now, let's go around the car. There's only one place to start, which is the front of the car. As you can see, it's had frontal impact right there to the center. Front slam panel is all aluminium and it's completely gone, but I'm happy about that. And it sounds weird saying that I'm happy that it's gone, but I'm happy that it's gone because it took the brunt of the energy from the impact, and that's all crumpled, and it saved the engine from behind. Have a look at that damage there. It's completely gone. All day, so we've tried a booster, tried a charger just to give it enough power. Bought a brand new battery over there, still nothing. Yeah, Sam, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
You alright?
A new one.
Yeah, new one. See you later. A positive though, these headlights are like 500 quid a pop, and the passenger headlight is okay, so I can salvage that. I just need to get one for the driving side. I've already found one, I think it's like 450, so I'm gonna order that, get that down. I need a complete rad pack. Have a look, radiator is gone, and if you look in there, you can see the fan is touching, so the fans, you can actually see the crack right there, the fans are broken, so I'm gonna need a new fan. But what I'm looking at and what I'm happy about is the chassis legs are not that badly damaged. I think they might need a little bit of alignment right there, but once again, it's these ones here, the aluminium struts at the front have taken the brunt of the damage. Obviously we need a new bonnet because the bonnet is toast, and we need a driving side wing panel. Another positive is the wheel doesn't seem to be cracked. I've double checked just on the outside, just by looking, the wheel doesn't seem to be cracked, and underneath the suspension seems to be okay. It just needs one of these legs right there. If you look right there, it's just one of these control arms that's gone, so I can get a new control arm, no problem, get that delivered down to the garage, and hopefully the car should be in a driving state to get it in and out of the garage. Have a look at that crash bar. It's done its job. It's taken the brunt of the crash, and it's broken, and it's made from a softer metal so that it crumbles and takes the brunt of it. Looking inside, I can't see any major damage to the engine, but I can't really get a proper look at the front of the engine until I strip down this front end, which I'll be doing in the next episode. Moving down this driving side, not a lot of damage here. Happy. Rear alloy is alright. I'm going to be refurbing the alloys, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing over here. Everything over here is fine. I made all of this mess in the boot. The boot was completely fine. I made all of this mess, and everything here works. You press the button and the boot just closes. So everything there's working, everything along the rear is working, everything around the rear is clean, clear, I can't see any issues. Coming around to the passenger side, once again, something that I noticed last night, have a look, you see that little dimple right there and right there? It's got the keyless entry system, so if I touch it like so, it should lock in theory. But it doesn't seem to be working, but I've checked it 100%. It's got the keyless system. Oh, there it is. So it just locked, and normally you don't get it on the rears, you only get it on the fronts, but you just heard that. So that's a good little extra that the car came with. This is the model, it's got the glass roof, and this roof opens right back. It's got the moon roof, so I'm happy about that as well. Generally on the passenger side, the car is in good condition. I think someone's keyed it overnight, I'm not sure, but if it is, it's just something else that we're gonna have to sort out. But I can't worry about that now. I'm more concerned about getting the engine running. I can't see any major oil leaks. I've checked the oil. There's oil in the system. There's nothing broken on the front of the engine. It's barely touching. So I just want to sort that out. How you doing? I'm all good. What's going on? All right. I'll see you in a bit. Local celebrity, guys. So anyway, that brings us back to the front of the car where all the damage is localized. So let me know what you think of the damage. Let me know what you think of the car in the comments. Let's get in the car and I'll show you what's going on the interior. So straight away, as soon as you open that door, you've got a blown driver airbag. There is no damage over there to the passenger airbag. and the knee airbag was blown. I took that out this morning because I was checking all of these fuses to see if there's anything wrong with the EIS, which is the electronic ignition system, but I can't see any damage there. Everything lights up on the interior of the car, but I get no ignition when I turn the key once again. I'm a bit disappointed about the seats. It's not got high mileage, but have a look at that. So I'm gonna have to take them to get them refurbed. It's got a little bit of damage on the seat, but I can get over that. I'm not really too fussed, to be honest. In the rear is all the remains of the broken front bumper, which I don't mind because I can see the parking sensors right there, and I can see other little bits and bobs that I can salvage. And that's what it's all about. It's about salvaging as much as you can. Now, another thing that I'm happy about is the interior. Other than the rips in the seats, it seems to be in very good condition, and it's got a really nice finish on it with the piano black and bruised aluminium. So apologies guys that I can't get everything up and running, but once again this car is in some sort of lockdown mode following the crash, and I need to get it out. I haven't got the correct software, which is Xentry, to sort it all out. But this model has got sat-nav, radio, Bluetooth, USB, the works. It's one of the later models of the Mercedes C-Class. It's a W205. So it's quite packed with features. Let me see if it's gonna come on. It's got this lovely little touchpad that you can type and kind of navigate, or you can just navigate with the wheel right there. You can change the settings for the drivability dynamics, so that will make the suspension stiffer, make it a bit more looser, make the gear ratio a bit more faster or slower, whatever you prefer. It's got front and rear parking sensors, this model, and it's got stop start. But I quite like the look on that. Have a look at that finish. I'm very happy with that. If you look right here, this is the curtain airbag. Curtain airbag has gone, but once again, I am not concerned about these sort of things. It's very easy to repair and replace, It's very easy to replace, get a new one, fit it in, and the system should reset. Same thing as this driving airbag, I will get a new one. And that should be a straightforward repair for that. If you look over here on the door, that looks very smart. It's got the aluminium finish, and it's got all the controls for the seats. It's got the heated seat buttons there, power folding mirrors, electric mirrors front and back. Everything works, everything's fine there. But that looks very, very nice and neat. Right here, you've got this really big LCD screen. It does come on sometimes. Looking up here, like I said, it's got the glass roof, and these are the buttons, like SOS buttons and what's not. Actually, I don't close that. I don't want to make an SOS call. And this is the button here to open the glass roof. But once again, I've got very limited power. And it's so frustrating because it's such a nice car and I really want to get it into the garage and start pulling it all apart. Frustrations, very, very frustrated. This car came yesterday at 5 p.m. I worked on it all the way up until midnight, got nowhere with it. Started this morning at 6:30. It's now coming up to 3 o'clock and we are still nowhere further. So, yeah, very frustrated. So guys, there you have it. Nice, short, sweet, concise, straight to the point. This is the new build on the channel. If you want to follow this build and see how I get on, smash the subscribe button. If you like this episode, make sure you press the like button because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. The new year is upon us, and Salvage Nation, we've got a lot. You will want to follow the progress on this car because once it's done, I've got a massive surprise for you lot at home for this car. And after this car is done, I'm going to have another build, but they're interconnected and you will know more once this build is done. So if you want to follow that, make sure you press that subscribe button. I'm sorry if my energy is a bit off. Normally I try to bring a lot of energy and positive vibes to my videos, but I feel very defeated. And you know what? I always say to you guys, keep it moving. This is one of the times, yet another time, that I need to keep it moving. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to head off. I've got a specialist coming down. I'm going to try to pack up everything. And I will catch you guys in episode 2, hopefully with some good news. So like I always say, keep it moving, Salvage Nation squad. And I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch, or click here to check out this playlist on one of my previous builds. And I'll catch you in the next one. We out.